Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here.
I've been waiting for you.
So for today's One That Got Away in July of 2016, we're going to take a look at a movie that I had such high hopes for because it looked like a great concept. And then it all went horribly wrong. And that, of course, is the fifth movie in a totally embarrassed science fiction franchise post-second film, Terminator Genisys. Now, what can I say about the first two James Cameron-directed Terminator films? They are classics. They are beautifully constructed, story-wise, effects-wise, and character-wise. How many people can actually say I saw a sequel that was better than the original film in Terminator 2 Judgment Day? But now, after two subpar films, we get a fifth one, called Terminator Genisys. And this was a movie that seemed to be very interesting to me because of the fact that it takes place in an alternate timeline. Now, alternate universes / alternate timelines are some of my all-time favorite stories in the world of science fiction, and this one looked like it could work, especially considering the fact that we have the Terminator himself finally leaving politics and coming back into films in a big way. Why not have Arnold Schwarzenegger come back and reprise his role as the T-800? And it was really great to see him back because I feel that he really did a very good job, but the movie itself, oh Lord, why? It had all the potential of finally taking this franchise out of the proverbial muck and giving it some kind of a redemption. Not to mention the fact that you've got Emilia Clarke, Daenerys Targaryen herself, the Mother of Dragons, playing Sarah Connor, who's one of the most beloved young actresses right now in Hollywood today. And then you've got Jai Courtney, who had somewhat of a decent role in the Divergent series, who is now going to be Captain Boomerang in the Suicide Squad movies. And you got Jason Clarke, who is now officially the fourth person playing John Connor. You had Edward Furlong, you had Nick Stahl, and you had Christian Bale. And now you have this guy. First of all, I need to try and find out why none of these guys could not re-sign themselves on for another movie. But after you see Rise of the Machines and Terminator Salvation, you kind of understand why some people just don't want to come back. And while Jason Clarke plays a very interesting alternate world John Connor, here's what ruins this movie. The acting is so stale. Even though Arnold Schwarzenegger is, I guess you could say, kind of stiff as a board in terms of how he acts, it works for the character. But when people like Jai Courtney, who's playing Kyle Reese, and Emilia Clarke playing Sarah Connor, they're not bad actors. They can totally turn on the acting charm and do something special. But oh no, they're just as flat as the Terminator. Everybody in this movie is coming off just as robotic as the robots. The special effects were good. The story had so much potential with the direction that it was going, but because of how everything else went completely wrong, this movie, to me, is just something that I want to forget. I think the only way for me to forget this is to watch the first two films again, and again, and again, until anything post-Judgment Day is no longer in my brain. So here's all that I'm gonna say. I'm glad that I didn't see this movie in theaters, because I'm so upset with how horribly this movie turned out. I have no intentions of seeing it again, nor do I have any chance of purchasing this movie on DVD. And I would advise you to do exactly what I just said a couple seconds earlier. Just go see the first two again, because they're totally worth your time. I'm going to be giving Terminator Genisys 1.5 out of 4. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please put your comments in the box below, and let's have a discussion on Terminator Genisys. And I'll see you in the next One That Got Away, and actions speak louder than words.